experience in depression. In Job 42, which is the last chapter in the book, verses 7 and 8, we read these words, "And so it was after the Lord had spoken these words to Job, that the Lord said to Eliphaz the Temanite, My wrath is aroused against you and your two friends, for you have not spoken of me what is right, as my servant Job has. Now therefore take for yourselves 7 bulls and 7 rams, and go to my servant Job and offer up for yourselves a burnt offering, and my servant Job will pray for you. And I will accept him, lest I deal with you according to your folly, because you have not spoken of me what is right, as my servant Job has." God said that at the end of the book, after all this stuff has happened. God did not excuse Job because of his circumstances, but God understood Job's frailty and the strength of the temptations that assailed him, and he does the very same for us today. We have so demonized depression that many Christians are afraid to even exist in the midst of it or to say anything about it. Don't ever forget to tell people that it's all right to go to someone and tell them as a Christian that you're going through a time of depression. It may not have to do with anything. You know, there is such a thing as organic depression. You can have chemical misbalance in your spirit. There's all kinds of reasons for depression, and the last thing I want to do is oversimplify it today. That's not my role. What I really want you to see is a man of God who never lost favor with God, who went through a very difficult time in his life. Because once you see that, you will begin to understand that that's not unusual. That happens to people. So we've looked at this chapter, experiencing depression, but I want to take these last few moments and talk with you about examining depression. And I want you to listen carefully, because I have had to choose carefully what I would say and what I wouldn't have time to say. And I really believe these are the things that God wants me to leave in your heart as we close our book on the 3rd chapter of Job. First of all, I want to talk with you about the reality of depression. More than 1 in 20 American adults are treated for depression sometime during their life. 14%, or 31 million adults, report a major bout with depression in their lifetime. Major depression is now the leading cause of disability worldwide. No gender, no age group, or other demographic is immune from depression, and the disease